Brittany, thanks. In court watch, a man now faces 2 counts of murder, among other charges, in the death of a father and son. Francisco Ramirez Trejo was arrested late Sunday at the Mexico border, hours after allegedly shooting and killing 60-year-old Jesus Gil Sr. and his son, 33-year-old Jesus Gil Jr., also known as Jesse. Action News reporter Kate Nemrich joins us from outside the Madera County Superior Courthouse with what prosecutors have to say about the case. Kate?
Dale, 51-year-old Francisco Ramirez Trejo appeared virtually this afternoon for his arraignment. He entered a not guilty plea on all charges through his court-appointed lawyer and a translator. Due to the murder charges he faces and the enhancements, he could be sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. 2 fathers had their lives cut short on Father's Day in Madera County. What should have been a day of celebration left a family mourning a father and his son. 60-year-old Jesus Gil Sr. and his son, 33-year-old Jesus Gil Jr., also known as Jesse, were shot and killed early Sunday. The man allegedly responsible for their deaths is now behind bars. Wednesday afternoon, he appeared in court learning the charges he faces.
You're here for an arraignment counter. That means there have been criminal charges filed against you, sir.
51-year-old Francisco Ramirez Trejo is charged with 2 counts of murder, each with the enhancement of use of a firearm, and 1 count of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. If convicted, he would at minimum spend his life in prison.
Because we have the special circumstance of multiple murder, it's the exposure right now is life without the possibility of parole. We will have a death penalty consideration that happens, but at this point we're still gathering information to determine whether or not we want to do that.
The Madera County Sheriff's Office says early in the morning Sunday, Trejo and Jesse got into a disagreement at a wedding reception. Deputies say after that disagreement, Trejo went over to Gil Sr.'s house to tell him about the argument with his son. They also argued, and he shot and killed Gil Sr. Trejo then allegedly went back to the reception and shot and killed Jesse. Jesse was a father to 4 children under the age of 12. Hours after the shooting, Trejo was arrested at the Mexican border attempting to leave the country. That could play a role in his trial.
Without speaking to the facts of this case, that there is a jury instruction that we can request if the circumstances warrant it, that say, if somebody fleeing the scene can be considered an indication of culpability. So, you don't run unless you knew you were guilty.
A 15-year-old at the home of Gil Sr. at the time was also hurt. The DA says that boy is now out of the hospital and doing well. Trejo is being held without bail. He is due back in court on Friday for a pre-preliminary hearing and a bail hearing. Moreno says the fact that he was caught at the Mexican border will be considered when reviewing bail. Live in Madera, I'm Kate Nemrich, ABC 30 Action News.
Kate,